Every day, we strive to preserve traditions that have spanned generations.
Around every turn of the bayou, Mother Nature reveals unique people, places, and experiences.
And the bounty of animals and fish. Well, in Louisiana, we just call that lagniappe. I'm Don Dubuque.
I'm Chris LeCoq.
I'm Captain Martha Spencer. Join us as we document the adventure,
Sportsmanship,
and heritage that make us Bayou Wild. This is Lake Ponchartrain, a 630 square mile brackish estuary home to a variety of both fresh and saltwater species, and the site of the only recorded fatal shark attack in Louisiana history. The year was 1914, and 17-year-old Peter Conspoulas was swimming approximately 190 yards from the shore when he was attacked by a shark. Accounts from witnesses say the boy fought with the shark for nearly 20 minutes and was rescued by boat, but died before reaching shore. While dangerous shark confrontations are extremely rare, we called upon some experienced help for a Bayou Wild bull shark encounter in Lake Ponchartrain.
Don, we're on the lakefront right now. Why aren't we catching redfish?
Redfish? No, not today. We're going after something special.
What are we going after today?
Well, normally I don't bring this piece of equipment, my priest, with me, but today I may need it, because guess what?
Teeth involved.
We're going looking for the Kraken.
The Kraken. What's the Kraken?
You'll find out.
Oh boy. On a hot and sticky June day, it may seem unusual to head out on a fishing adventure in the middle of the day. We headed out with Captain Andy Jones in search of a wicked adventure, in search of what he calls the Kraken. It is a sweltering Wednesday afternoon on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain. We're here with Captain Andy Jones, Andy Jones's locker. What are we doing today?
We're going to go hunt for the Kraken. Our experience was we hooked into a giant fish out here a couple years back. I was with my oldest son, and we went in pursuit of it. We hunted that fish down. He dragged us all over the lake, but we got close to that fish and we thought we were going to see it. We were getting excited, and then the line goes limp, and we're like, oh, broke us off. Well, we got up, reeled it up, and that fish had broken an 8/0 hook in half.
Oh man.
So we're thinking, in the lake, that's pretty crazy. So my son goes, what is that?
A Kraken like this? It's crawling on your shoulder?
That's a Kraken right there. That's him. Kraken bait right there.
You never know what you're going to find in the lake, and I think a lot of people don't realize how diverse the lake is and was.
Right.
Being brackish water, there's a lot of different varieties that you don't expect to see. So hopefully we'll go find them.
Bull sharks, alligator gar, big bull reds.
Tarpon sometimes even.
Tarpon, jack crevalle, all of it comes into the lake. And that's what we like to pursue, something big and something unusual.
Let's go find them.
All right, let's do it. Coming up next.
Oh my God, y'all. Rip and drag.
You're getting smoked. That's a Kraken right there. We got Kraken on. Become a supporter of the Louisiana Wildlife Agents Association today by visiting supportlwaa.org. Browse the selection of exclusive gear, including t-shirts in a variety of colors and styles, plus hats, koozies, and more.
Gear up today and support the LWAA.
One of the reasons why Double D has been around for 50 years is because we are consistent with what built the business. And we go to great lengths to make sure that when you bring a deer or a hog or whatever it may be, your meat stays your meat all the way through the process. But we want to be as true to the original intent, which is a local meat company. And that's something that we want to maintain for as long as the Lord lets us do it.
There's no better way to serve perfect crawfish than with King Cooker's wide variety of high-jet burners, boiling pots, straining baskets, seafood paddles, and check out King Cooker's special serving tables and trays. Make your seafood boil party easy and perfectly tasty. Find a retailer near you or go to kingcookerwithak.com and use discount code DDKK23 and save on your King Cooker products. That's kingcooker.com, discount code DDKK23.
Well, for those of you who've been watching the show for the last 3 years, you know we look for the unusual, not the same old, same old. And today was one of those trips.
Sharks in the water.
I'll be a little stronger than I'm thinking.
Nope, there's bait running all over right here. We first had to catch some bait, and the guys had a lot of live bait, and I was really surprised to see how many mullet were in the lake. I mean, it was like the mullet run I've never seen before. They said that this was the most bait they've seen all season, so things were shaping up nicely for us.
So I thought what we do is give this a couple hours, and we'll come up here to this point. We'll try that. I think we got a shot if we can keep that going, if we can keep seeing that.
Well, they say they can smell blood up to a mile away.
Yeah, and I got a little menhaden oil in there. We'll get a little chum. If you want to hold rod, you're welcome to do it. We'll put the other ones out. If one of them goes off, just come back and grab that joker and do your thing.
Okay.
Well, you know, Wicked Fishing Charters, we do the redfish and the trout like everybody else, but we really enjoy chasing big fish in the lake.
Got a garfish playing with my mullet. Can't decide if he wants to eat it or not. They're very finicky. They got all these teeth, you know, they got to figure out what they want to use them for.
Did he stay on it? Mm-hmm. He had you going the exact opposite way. He had your line running that way. He might still be on there. Now these guys are specialists in garfish, bull redfish, and of course bull sharks in Lake Ponchartrain. And it's something unusual, alligator gar, bull sharks and bull reds, something very unique to this area when they come into the lake, and not highly sought after.
I think he ate it.
He ate that time.
He's on, should I set it?
Yeah, if you're ready, if you think you got him, go ahead.
He's running.
You two are crossed up. Yep. Rod up, rod up. You and Don are crossed. You got him on?
Yeah. We got a little chaos here. Got some cross lines. I'm trying to stay tight on my fish.
You hear the drag screaming, the rod's bending, and they know they've hung into something that's going to be exceptional.
Started off hot and heavy. We caught a bull red first, a 35-incher, probably my personal best. Hadn't caught a bull red in a long time, so it was a lot of fun, but not exactly the wild species we were looking for. Pretty boy. So first it was a gar, and then it was a shark, and then it magically turned into a beautiful bull red. And then we started hooking into garfish, and big ones, 5-footers, just left and right, which put up a massive fight. He's right here, y'all.
Yep.
Woo!
Not a giant, but a nice fish. How cool is that? And where we're fishing, their fish are running. They're not able to dive down because we're fishing shallow water, so they don't have that depth. The run is out. fish can beat you or you can catch the fish. But if you land, you've done something.
Get him done.
This could be the Kraken. That is the Kraken.
Yeah, right?
Oh my God, you got a giant. Oh, gee, Martha.
I don't know, he's not that, but
Yeah.
It's running. You go
everybody likes to tug on big fish. I mean, whether you're gonna eat them or release them, it's always fun to have something that has a good bite.
That is a stud. Sweet. God. Don, what'd you hook into?
You might have to make some moves, a little trouble.
Keep his head a little bit.
I can't get it all in.
Catching the Kraken.
Well, we ain't got the Kraken yet, but we damn close.
You'd be close.
Keep going.
All right, now most of these garfish we're catching and releasing, but we got one we want Chef Foltz to do a little something special with, so he's coming home with us. So he gets to meet the priest.
Delta Marina is Plaquemines Parish fishing one-stop. Get live bait, fuel, ice, tackle, and marine supplies. Then launch into the world's most productive saltwater fishing. Return to the fishing cleaning station, relax in first-class cabins overlooking the bayou, all in Delta Marina's safety video-monitored parking lot. Need a fishing charter guide? Delta Marina can hook you up. Cook your catch in your kitchenette or dine in the upstairs restaurant. Visit Delta Marina for a day or a week. Stop in just off Highway 11 down Rosemarie Drive in Empire. Visit thedeltamarina.com.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Hunt of a Lifetime is a nonprofit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Global Outdoors. Find your next adventure and share your experiences with others by downloading the Global Outdoors mobile app or visiting globaloutdoors.com. We're out here in Mandeville on the lakefront on the north shore of Lake Ponchartrain. We went for a little alternative trip today, targeting some wicked species.
Well, you might call those garfish the poor man's tarpon. They do some acrobatics, they jump, they run, they pull. Probably one of the most underutilized food fish we have here in Cajun land.
Typically starts in April and runs till about October. October is usually the latest we do it as the water cools. We kind of tail off on that and really push into trout and redfish, sheephead, all the other great eating fish that we have in the area.
We combed the shallows of the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain amidst a sea of mullet, the water nearly boiling with life as we searched for the Kraken.
When I had my boys coming up with me in the fishery, I loved having the kids there. I loved teaching them. I've been with John and Mackie now for a couple years. They've been working with me, but they're learning a ton and they're moving right along and they're doing a great job for us, and I think they're going to be extremely successful down the road.
But the plan today was primarily to go find those bull sharks, the fish that is going to take more line off than any other that swims in the lake.
We had one big break off in that spot where we got hit. Very possibly could have been either a very large alligator gar or a bull shark. So we'll come back and take a look. That we have some good luck here. Fish on, fish on! It is a shark.
Oh, there he goes. Shark, shark.
Where is he?
He's underneath your line. I would bring that one in. Shooting all over the place. He just figured out he had a hook in his mouth.
That's a good.
Y'all be, yeah, I am. Do the dance, do the dance. Fishing offshore in Venice, sharks are a nuisance. But when you come target a species somewhere where you're not expecting to see them, it's a whole nother ballgame. And it's pretty exciting to see something that you don't really expect to see in a brackish water basin. He's right here, he's right here. He's big. He's right here, right here. Well, we succeeded at our slam. He ain't done.
She did a great job. You can tell she has a lot of fishing experience, and that's a lot of fun to watch somebody handle that fish the way they do. A lot of times people get a little, it can be a little overwhelming when you hang something of that power. We just get enough.
Got her. Got her.
Grab the handle, everybody stand back. Watch yourselves. Woo! That is a stud. That's a big shark.
She's thick, she's strong. She didn't run, she was way stronger than the largest gar or bull red. They're all muscle. The tail is impressive.
Not that we would have kept the bull sharks we caught today, but we couldn't. There's a closure between April and the end of June in Louisiana waters. And when it is legal, they gotta be pretty good size. 55 inches from the tip of the snout to the fork of the tail. That is one big bull shark.
It's 46 and a half, almost 47. To the end of the tail. Yep, 47.
I think the most fascinating thing about garfish and sharks are that they're two of the oldest creatures on the planet. Their longevity is amazing, and pretty much just their evolution is pretty impressive to see that they've been able to succeed for so many millions of years.
Awesome.
Nice job.
Great job. And she's gone.
Got him.
There we go.
Kraken.
The Kraken hunt.
Success.
Today we captured the elusive wicked slam. Talking about all the species we caught. We're trying to look back on the trip and figure out what was it that we did different, because this is so rare. And we narrowed it down. Hubble's horse, pickle melito. That's the answer.
We got a UFO.
There he is. Shark infested waters.
It was the Verlator.
Always works.
If we bring a shark on board, and if they're over 5 foot, we evaluate whether we're going to bring the fish on the deck or not. We understand that you will only make one mistake with a shark, and that'll be your last. So we don't want it. We don't want that to happen. We can't make any mistakes. So we're very, very careful, and we will always err to the side of caution. Awesome. Good job.
We caught the wicked and wild slam. We caught bull reds, stingrays, numerous alligator gars, and the coveted bull shark, the Kraken.
I'm Meredith Pelche from Thibodaux, Louisiana, and I won this boat from CCA Star in their raffle drawing. I love to fish, probably since I was about 5-6 years old. Oh, I'm very excited. It was totally unexpected.
There's no better way to serve perfect crawfish than with King Cooker's wide variety of high-jet burners, boiling pots, straining baskets, seafood paddles, and check out King Cooker's special serving tables and trays. Make your seafood boil party easy and perfectly tasty. Find a retailer near you or go to kingcookerwithak.com and use discount code DDKK23 and save on your King Cooker products. That's kingcooker.com, discount code DDKK23. Welcome back to Bayou Wild TV. Now, you saw Martha and I catching those garfish. And I'm going to tell you, Chef, when I put the word out, we got out there and said, look, whoever bites this hook is going to get to appear on John Folks' show. And look, there was a line waiting. They jumped on the hook. We ended up catching some nice garfish, and thank you for inviting us over to cook them up and serve them.
Yeah, you know, these are dishes that we should be eating more of, but for some reason people are skeptical about it. They don't really know. They hear war stories about it, but I mean, garfish is a great white meat fish. Really nice. Most of the markets carry it, so you can certainly get it. And this is a dish that I decided to try to do a beautiful fricassee, kind of a stew, a coubillon, so to speak, which is when I talk coubillon, I'm talking about a lighter broth, not something with a heavy roux in it, where you're tasting more of the ingredients than you are the roux and all of that heavy seasoning. And take a look at the garfish. You see how nice and white that is? Beautiful, right? And it falls apart in that pot after an hour or so, an hour and a half of cooking. So why don't we put about half of our vegetables in? Now we're gonna have, just throw it on in there like that. Hey, man, you're doing pretty good with that one finger right now. Look, and you gotta have garlic, y'all. You can't play around. Let that cook. Give me about half of those tomatoes while you're at it. And that'll protect that butter down here. Yeah, just about half of them. You can throw it on in. Gotta estimate half, right? So we're gonna throw that in there really nice. And then we gotta let this just simmer and start to break down really well. Give me half of the crawfish and half of the tasso. So yeah, I'll pull that out of there for you, about half of it. Okay, now give me half of that smoked tasso. So let's take a look at the garfish and put about half of that down in here as well. Let's go ahead now and add our next layer. So you see I'm doing two beautiful layers, that's all I'm doing. Okay, I need a little bit of stock over there. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of salt in here, a little bit of granulated garlic, a little bit of pepper. I can put a little bit flour in it because that's where our thickening is gonna come from. And we're gonna cook this on low for about, I would say, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's already seasoned, it's all in. Now you want to see what it looks like when it's all said and done?
Let's do that.
When it's ready to go to the guests. Take a look at now. Take a look at this, y'all. And Don, if you give me that bowl right there,
I'm gonna give it to you now, but you ain't getting it back.
Now I'm gonna break this up just like that. You see why it doesn't have it's not a soup, right?
Ooh, yeah.
It's a stew. And Don, you put a crouton on top of that over there, and let me wipe that clean for you. Put one of those croutons on. And just take a look at that, how beautiful that is.
Don't throw those garfish back. Now you know what to do with them.
You better believe it.
Let's
It's
go
delicious.
let's go take care of this. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll bring the pot. I'm gonna come. Let's get on out of here.
In Louisiana, food brings everyone together. These are the flavors that make friends out of total strangers. The flavors that remind you of home. It's the meals you crave, that take time, that show love. Because in Louisiana, we cook. And we know that when we come together to cook and eat, life gets better. So pull up a chair, leave room for seconds, and pass a good time. Because life needs Louisiana flavor, baby.
I'm Gracie Reisman. I recently won a talent award at Miss America for clogging. It's a pretty unique talent, so the Louisiana propane dealers asked me to tell you about some unique safety features about your propane tanks. First, they are certified for 12 years. After that, you must have them recertified or replaced. If you make any changes to a home unit, you must have it inspected by a certified propane dealer. And that's the law. Find out more at louisianapropane.com.
You know, here in Louisiana, we've got a reputation of going out and catching as many fish as we can and bringing back a load of them and eating them. Well, some people really appreciate just a fight. Not that you can't keep some of these fish that Wicked Charters has. Garfish are excellent. You can even clean a bull red, but I just think some of these fish, particularly the bull shark too, are just better utilized as a fighting fish than a table fish. And she's gone. Will the Kraken ever be caught?
That's a great question, and I hope the Kraken is caught someday. I think the Kraken got us a couple of times today. We got snapped off real quick 2 or 3 times.
Oh, hung into a bus, man.
But you know, that's what keeps that legend going. The Kraken today is still swimming around waiting for us to put a hook in.
Lake Ponchartrain is a true melting pot of offshore life coexisting with freshwater, which teaches us to expect the unexpected.
When somebody hangs into the fish that we hung into today, it's impossible not to have the adrenaline just shoot out of your body, and the smiles are there. I'm smiling now just thinking about what we did today.
We are in shark-infested waters in Lake Ponchartrain.
It's just another wonderful part of Louisiana that we like to share with people.
I think sometimes people just want to go fishing, and not everybody is the culinary person that wants to catch and cook their catch. It's definitely an alternative to your speckled trout, your sheep's head, your redfish trips, where you're trying to load up the freezer, and it kind of takes some of the pressure off too. It's a lot of fun.
From bass to trout, manatees to shark, it's proof that nature is hardier than we could ever imagine, making it a true Bayou Wild destination.